I'm Cameron.
I'm Ryan.
We are one half of Secret of Boris, and you're watching Rock City.
All right, welcome to Rock City. I'm Mark.
I'm Domino.
And today we have...
Cameron.
I'm Ryan.
And we are...
Secret of Boris.
Yes.
-2.
-2.
2 fourths.
2 fourths.
So what have you guys been up to?
We actually just got back from Vancouver, Washington. Literally yesterday or last night, yeah. Played Kuvapalooza with Everclear.
Oh, wow.
It's a really cool festival. Second year, and that's been going on. And it's a charity event that goes to benefiting public school music programs, which, you know, when schools are losing money, that's the first thing that gets cut.
Right.
So
Which
that
is
was
sad.
very...
And you're an English teacher, so you're like all about like school and, you know, stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Well, especially the music part.
Right.
I mean, you know, it's just so sad when the arts get cut. You know, nothing against sports. I like sports.
You like dodgeball.
I do like dodgeball. I'll bust that ass in dodgeball. But yeah, so that was really cool. We're also recording right now, but really just still, we found a new interest in the record we put out. So we're really pushing that again. You know, it's a record we're still really proud of. So
Pretty cool.
yeah, things are going well.
You had some kind of changes going on this last year?
We did, yeah. We got a new guitarist earlier this year, January, February. And so far it's been great. I don't mean like so far, like we'll see if it sucks later, but you know.
Hopefully not. Hopefully he's not watching. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Wow. Tell us how you really feel.
No, I mean, it's great.
It's been really, really good.
Cool.
Yeah.
You guys are really kind of gelling and kind of getting in
Mesh.
sync. Yeah.
Mhm.
Absolutely. We gave him some initiation stuff on this last trip.
Did you really?
He's officially in now.
Hazing?
Oh, good.
Was there hazing?
Actually, it was probably not as much as there should have been.
No.
Oh, wow.
Not like the Metallica with Jason Newsted type thing.
Sure.
No.
That's pretty...
Well, you know what's funny
just
is
turn your guitar down until you just don't say anything about it.
right.
We'll address this in 20 years.
right.
So yes, you're correct. We brought all the way down. You weren't hurt at all.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say anything until the documentary comes out. I'm just gonna leave it all built
Until
up.
you have your own box set?
That's
Yeah.
right. No, honestly, I think that even though since Ryan got in the band, there have been 2 new members since, and I think he still gets hazed the most.
Yeah, I'm still the newest guy, but I'm not really. So I don't know how that happened.
The newest
Whatever.
old guy.
So does it feel good then actually hazing someone else?
Well,
besides?
sure, and you know, like we actually, you know, we we had no choice but to hang out with each other for 3 days straight. You know, you had nothing else to do. So, but it was really good. Like he gels really, really well with us. He's just a really cool guy. So, yeah, no, we're all on the same page.
Very cool. What do you guys get on the horizon as far as, are you back in the studio or?
We are back in the studio right now. We're kind of doing a short kind of EP kind of thing.
Shorter than an EP or an EP?
Well, actually, it is a little bit shorter than an EP. I'm not sure we're actually going to release it. It's more for shopping purposes. But we've been working with John Oliva, who is mastermind behind Sabotage.
Right.
From
Yeah.
Weiss.
Yeah. That's huge.
He's also got a quite a big hand in the Trans-Siberian Orchestra right now.
Most definitely.
So
yeah.
that's why we're going to Florida. Actually, we're going to play with his solo project, which just released a record. John Lee Was Pain. So
I've heard that. Yeah.
okay, so and
It's
apparently
not John Levis, man. It's just John Levis.
Oh, it's just John Lee. Oh,
First actual solo record, yeah.
oh,
But yeah, we've been working with him and his crew down in Florida, just bouncing ideas back and forth, and yeah, we're gonna go down in September. And
It's fantastic. How'd you hook up with him?
Through our manager, and she knew somebody who, works very closely with him, and then, it's just it's always one of those things, like, when I hear something like that, I go, oh, sure, yeah, let me know when that happens.
Right.
Yeah. Because I don't get excited until it's time to get excited.
Exactly.
So when I get a text that says, oh, John heard your CD, he loves it. I'm like, oh, great. And I'm actually on the phone with him, and he's like, dude, you guys are fucking great. I'm like, who is this?
Right.
Is this you?
Prank call.
Yeah.
Prank call.
You know what I mean? Like, but it's, it just kind of started from there. And that's why, like I said, we have this kind of newfound re-interest in the record we put out. And I don't think that it, we maybe didn't push it as hard as we should have when it came out.
It's a great record.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're going to see how far it takes us. But we're still writing in the meantime because, as a band, you just get bored if you're not.
Right. Yeah, keep those creative juices flowing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole essence of why you're doing this anyway.
Right.
It's just keep building and growing and going to make it to the next level.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Don't want to be on the Tool schedule.
Oh.
We'll interview you again like in 6 years.
Yeah.
Right.
We'll finally have a new record for you.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I'm going to set my calendar right now.
Yeah.
Get
Right.
ready.
But wait, I won't have that phone at that time. So now I know, Amy, you have a very interesting connection with these guys.
Yeah. I spent about over the course of 3 days hanging out with you guys, strapped to a chair. That was fun.
That's actually the end of that story.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
just
leave it there.
Strapped to a chair, 3 days, done.
Yeah. That's what you guys would like for everyone to hear. You don't want to hear all the gritty details.
Well, sure.
Those are pretty gritty.
No, not as gritty as spray
Actually, they're
painting
gritty.
inside an enclosed rehearsal space.
Well, that's just just poor
punk rock.
judgment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That just happens.
Hey, yeah.
it happens. Yeah.
No, go ahead, continue your story.
No, I actually had the pleasure of being in your video for the song "How Do You Feel," and it was, by the end of the third day, I think I knew your song better than you guys did.
Well, to be fair, okay, fine.
I mean,
I think you did, yeah.
I mean that in jest, of course. But yeah, we had heard it on playback
Right.
over and over and over, in between mixed with Benny Hill gags, courtesy of Prater.
Yeah.
The first few times it was funny, but then
It wasn't on playback. We played that song every time, just like
everyone
that. Yeah.
actually started going along with the Benny Hill stuff and started moving around.
Right.
Yeah. It was good times.
It was good times.
That was my very first experience in a music video. It was awesome having people bring me drinks because I couldn't move.
Right.
And actually
And-
feed them to you.
Yeah, and actually
Yeah.
feed them
With a
to
straw,
me.
or
Yes,
was it
and,
like
and bring me
open?
cigarettes so that I
Yes.
could, yeah. All the guys were very accommodating in that matter.
Well,
Oh,
yeah, I mean,
It's the least you can do.
well, absolutely,
If there was a conversation happening, it's like, I can't see you, so someone please turn me. That'd be
Just
great.
from the
I want to
chair.
be involved.
Yeah, behind me.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
I know they're talking about me. I just can't see them.
Who is that?
But yeah, no, it was really fun.
That's
I still
cool.
have some battle scars.
Wow,
Yeah.
you do?
It's actually still there.
I know. See,
You-
I
even
think you
after-
had that before.
No.
And you're just like, oh, now I can blame it on these guys.
Yeah, I wish. I really do.
Let me
But
see.
no, it's still there. It's been a little while.
That looks made up.
It does, doesn't it? You caught me.
The Halloween makeup and the scar stuff.
That's
It
right.
is.
Oh, no, these guys are coming. Let me make them feel bad.
It's how I get into shows for free. No, I pay. I do.
Thanks.
It's the least I can do, right?
So what band that you've opened for that you really respect?
All of them. All the ones we've been able to open for have been fantastic.
Or your favorite, your one that really stands out.
I would say definitely Guns N' Roses. That was the standout for me.
I did not know that. Really?
Yeah, we opened for Guns N' Roses in May at House of Blues. It was a sold-out show.
Oh, wow.
Direct support. And it was great. We played to a packed house.
I'm sure that thing was sold out.
It was sold out. It was great. It was really awesome. Just the whole vibe, the whole night was just awesome. We didn't actually see Axel too much. He hangs out on his bus.
Right.
Well, we assume.
Right before. Well.
We didn't stick it out.
Right underground somewhere.
Yeah.
Axel business.
But all the rest of them were hanging out. Hung out with Bumblefoot a little bit. And
that's cool.
Yeah, he actually the next day on our Facebook page just went and thanked us.
Do you really?
Yeah.
That's
great.
so cool.
Yeah. Right, absolutely.
Wow.
I mean,
Really cool
it's
dudes.
2 seconds, but it's 2 seconds you didn't have to take.
Yeah.
That's
really
absolutely
awesome. Really awesome.
Yeah. And he's, such an accomplished guitarist anyway.
Oh, yeah.
And people,
Right.
I think people don't really get a sense of who he is because he's kind of under an umbrella where he's like a hired gun, because he's filming for Slash and, or Izzy, however you want to see it, because DJ Osh was in there too.
Right.
So I think he doesn't, and the way Axel is, it's like, I have this band and it's kind of more him and not more like who's around him, that are mentioned. But I think a lot of people, being fans of music, know who Bumblefoot is. And know what accomplished musician he is.
And all those guys. I mean, the whole band is just fantastic.
Yeah.
They're great.
Really, really good. And it was really nice of them, too, to put up the barricade, about 5 or 8 feet in front of us. People didn't rush us.
Yeah.
I was really worried.
I think it felt good.
Yeah. Felt really safe.
That's good.
That was nice of them. They didn't need to do that. I'm glad they did, though. I was worried.
Did you go in late? Just kind of like so you knew, because since you had the whole vibe.
We played by the rules.
And actually, he wasn't even late.
No, he was really good. I mean, everything was
right
awesome.
on time. Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think another favorite would be Blacklight Burns.
Oh yeah.
We played with Blacklight Burns twice, which is Wes Borland from Limp Bizkit's
Oh, that's right.
band.
Yeah.
And I mean, both times, just he's great and really cool, personable guy, and I mean, it's just so cool. Yeah. I don't know who else.
I would say that would be my second.
Really?
Burns. We all kind of grew up listening to Limp Bizkit, and
Right.
I love Wes Borland.
Some of us still do.
Yeah.
You guys did that Halloween show. You all dressed up.
We actually did.
Yeah, we did a
Yeah.
Halloween show
We
last
were
year. It was
there.
Limp
Yep.
Bizkit.
Oh,
We
cool.
played 4 or 5 songs.
Yeah.
Yep. So
That was a fun night.
That was
when we
so
opened
much
for
fun.
Blacklight Burns in Fort Worth last November, it's a small venue and there weren't a whole lot of people there, so we pretty much just hung out with him and the band.
That's cool.
It was great. At one point, we were driving to go just grab some food, and our guitarist at the time, Taylor, sitting at the stoplight, and we look over and Wes Borland is walking from the CVS back to the venue. So I pointed out, I was like, "Hey, look, he's just walking down the street."
That's weird.
Yeah, and we were like, "Oh,
They do
that's
stuff.
awesome." And, we're sitting at a stoplight, and there's a big a median next to us, and so Taylor just throws it in reverse and looks into the rearview mirror, is like, "We're picking him up." I was like, "What are you talking about?" He just all the way back about 50 miles an hour around this stupid median.
Oh my
And
god.
just hooks it around, rolls up right next to him, throw the door open, and like, "Hey man, you want to ride?" He just looks at us. He's like, "No, I'm all right." We're like, "Okay, well, we'll see you at the venue."
God,
Close
really?
the door and take off. off.
We're opening for you.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
It was you know, it all happened in
Why on
10
earth would you
seconds.
get in the car
I know.
after that kind of like display? Like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah,
And like, hey, you want to get in?
And
No, I don't blame him at all. I wouldn't have said yes.
So
Jesus.
you obviously
I've
weren't
ridden in
there.
the car with Taylor, and he does drive like a badass.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
no, it was terrible. And
fucking
he
man.
would have seen the whole thing unfold, and then it just comes back and just ends right at him. The door flies open and says, "Hey, you want to get in?" So I don't blame
This is
him.
how people disappear.
Yeah.
Why do you exactly?
Yeah, exactly.
Not
Well,
a good
so
way.
we ended up seeing him at the venue again, and you know, we're like, "Hey, sorry about all that. Didn't mean to freak you out or anything." He's like, "Oh no, I just thought people in Fort Worth are really, really nice." Okay, well they are.
So were you not there, Cameron, when that happened?
No, I don't know where the hell I was.
That is
But I would have been like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
And, you know, no.
Dude,
Oh,
no.
it was great.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Jesus.
That's a great story.
I guess.
Wow.
One you didn't even know about.
Yeah.
Speaking of Boris, we'll pick up hitchhikers.
That's right. So any other stories?
What's the
about
secret?
that?
Wherever you end up.
I was gonna ask you guys what's the weirdest thing that you guys have ever done, but I'm pretty sure you just answered me.
Oh, I
Tried to
don't know.
hitchhike
That's one of them.
or pick up
Yeah.
Westmoreland.
We're a pretty strange group of guys.
No, because I don't know that.
Well, we did tie you to a chair for 3 days.
Yeah, and you were. Yeah.
Okay, but you know what? The way you phrase that is like, I was tied to a chair for 3 days. Like, we
I
just
was.
left you somewhere.
It was only
You
about
got to
5
go
hours.
home.
I did get to go
And
home.
you know, we fed you and smoked you cigarettes.
I like your gesture there.
Yeah.
Smoke your cigarette.
That's right. It wasn't as bad
That
as.
was a different video.
Yeah.
I never said it was that bad. You know, I'm just.
Might need to
giving the
rewind that
deeds.
and see.
I spoke of your hospitality. I did.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I'll catch you at your next show.
Make sure you pay to get in.
I will.
Who do you listen to, you know, on your own to bring where you're at now together as a group? You know, I'm sure everyone has their own individual preferences of bands they listen to, and then that kind of, you know, brings a different vibe.
You want to start?
No, you go ahead.
Okay. You know, I kind of started with music back in the late '90s and the kind of the new metal era. So
Like Korn and stuff like that.
Absolutely, Korn, Limp Bizkit, you know, that whole scene. You know, I was really into David from Korn. I still one of my biggest influences, and at the youngest age. You know, John Otto from Limp Bizkit is a phenomenal drummer, but just his groove and style I just love. You know, I would say my favorite drummer is Brian Viglione from the Dresden Dolls. He's a showman. I mean, it's just him and a piano player. So he has to be a showman, and he just stick flips and just looks great doing everything. And that's a true performer. You know, past that kind of stuff, I'm really into kind of electronic type music. For instance, like Boards of Canada, which is one of my favorites. It's just kind of really kind of moody but groovy, and it's, you know, a lot of emphasis on the beat and the feel of the song, and just, you know, and it all surrounds the actual beat mechanism.
Oh wow.
And you know, that's kind of what music is to me. It's all about feel and groove, and I love it. I just have rhythm in my bones.
That's cool. I mean, you know exactly where that came from too, and you express what you know, and I go from there.
Absolutely.
That's very cool. So, what's your favorite? What's your favorite album that really has set you on the path to where you're at right now?
Oh man. Oh, well, you know, I love Tool too, but you know, as far as a drummer, yeah, we've been through that, right?
You've been through the Tool.
As far as a drummer, though, you know, like Danny Carey was so out of my league that wasn't even an influence for me. I was just like, you know what, fuck this. I can't comprehend what he's doing. So, you know, as far as an album that got me going into drums, I would say it's probably Issues from Korn. Yeah, I love the drum sound on that record, and I love the playing. It's just, yeah, it's so pissed. It's so just raw.
Yeah.
I love it.
Issues is
It's a very
great
different
album.
record
Yeah.
for them.
You know, it really is. It really is. Yeah, it's a little more just
Really
serious.
dark
Yeah.
and
Yeah, it's
on all the silliness and all that. Yeah, I can see that.
that's a really good one. That's excellent. So how about you?
You got an hour?
You probably do.
Yeah, give me another drink.
Yeah.
I mean, fizzy water. My a lot of my favorite singers are not what you would call really like traditionally great singers. Like Jonathan Davis is one of my favorites. And I don't think he has a bad voice, but it's very signature. And but it is what it is. But he does so many cool things with his voice. And when I started singing, was not very good at all. Not to say that, I'm not much better now, but I am a little bit better. But when I would
first started.
I would mask, my lack of, things like pitch and ability
Those things.
as, trying to be just as creative as possible and sing to scream to growl and all that stuff that he used to do. I thought it was great. And, God, who else? Morrissey, as I got older, people like Morrissey for just lyrically that snide kind of, but also very, internal depression, blah, 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 but always a little tongue in cheek.
Right.
I love that stuff. I love clever lyricists. Which is why, as far as albums go, the Great Southern Trendkill
Oh,
from Pantera
it
is
is my
dude.
favorite Pantera album.
mine too.
Oh my
Yes.
god!
And
yes.
just lyrically, it's so spot on
It is.
and so smart.
Mm.
And the delivery, that just the whole record it's so dirty, but it doesn't sound cheap or anything. I mean, it sounds really good, but it doesn't sound polished.
right.
It's just raw and in your face and full.
It's totally different than Vulgar. Where
Mm.
Vulgar is just, I
yeah.
love Vulgar,
I do too.
but it's like, that's so much more raw and just like, they weren't trying for going for hits.
Mhm.
They weren't trying for radio friendly anything. It's just, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about that
Yeah.
album.
I mean, any album that opens like that.
Yeah.
I mean, the last record you put out went to #1 and then, followed up with this and it's like, yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please.
I agree.
Typo Negative is a big influence on me too.
Oh
I
my
love
God.
the,
Peter Steele.
yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
That
I
same
would-
kind of clever,
Right.
tongue-in-cheek kind of stuff. I love that stuff.
And he was
And
so
just how
tongue-in-cheek.
huge, yes. But I love how huge they sound and
Yeah.
melodic, and that's
I think that's an influence over the whole band.
I do too.
We all
Typo.
just really,
I love
into Typo. I
Typo.
love Typo.
yeah. I mean, we're not writing 7-minute songs or anything like that, but
Yeah. The darkness.
absolutely the dark
Yeah.
and how melodic it is, and just I never wanted to be the heaviest band. I always wanted to sound the biggest, and they sound huge. And all the bands that we're really influenced
Yeah.
by are huge sounding. Korn,
Yep.
Rammstein, Typo, and another one of my big influences is Trent from Nine Inch Nails.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
and he's such a genius anyway.
Yeah.
Because he does everything on his own and then hires a band to go out and tour with
Yeah.
him.
Right,
And it's like, that's amazing. And he puts out things when he wants to put out things.
right.
I mean, kind of
Yep.
cool. But,
Yeah, well,
but
sure.
I mean, but it's, no, he's just, phenomenal. I saw him with David Bowie.
Oh,
And basically 9 Inch Nails came out, and then Bowie came out, and then they did a whole set together. And it was just mind blowing.
That's all.
Yeah, you can see it on your faces right now. Your mind's like,
Yeah.
blown.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so cool. It
I
was-
bet.
yeah. And I don't think they've toured since. This was back like in 98, 99.
Yeah, that was,
Yeah, Trent's like his
somewhere
own
around there.
entity. It's kind of funny because when you hear the cover of "Hurt," by Johnny Cash,
Right.
or
right.
Johnny Cash covered it, but it's
Yeah. It's amazing.
yeah,
Yeah. And it's so dark that it made sense for Johnny to do it.
yeah.
Oh, sure.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, and the video to go with it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he transcends all genres. I mean, everyone really, I think, can relate to what he does.
Mhm.
At core, being the lyrics and being, what's really put out there.
Right.
Not just the music, because the music is obviously not like Johnny Cash's,
Yeah,
but
no.
he can still take what is there and make it his own and still sound.
But how honored would you be if you were Trent Reznor and Johnny Cash?
Oh.
I want to cover Hurt.
Exactly.
Like, that's one of the most iconic Nine Inch Nails songs to me, and aside from a few others that I can think of off the top of my head, but
like Closer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's when if whatever level we get to, when somebody ends up covering one of our songs, I think that'll be something pretty.
You're gonna feel like you made it at that point, or
most definitely,
absolutely.
Tell me about your covers.
Well, I've never understood bands that do covers just to play other people's songs.
Or when you do a cover of a band that you sound just like.
Yeah,
it's
right, because you're not owning it. You're
right.
Like,
so obviously we're not going to play an REM
listen
song.
to what we sound like already.
You know you want to.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
No, so we do. We've done a few. I guess our two most popular are Aha, Take On Me from Aha.
Really?
Take on. Yep.
Very cool.
And we do a really stupid heavy cover of Push It from Salt and Pepper.
Really? That's cool. That's very cool.
In the past, we've also done Burning Down the House from Talking Heads.
That's cool.
It's a good one.
We did Wood from Alice in Chains for a while, which I thought we did a good job, but you know, like Alice in Chains is also another one of my favorites. And Alice in Chains, man, it's like that their fans are purists, especially of the old stuff.
I'm with you. I mean, yeah, exactly. It took me a while to when I first heard the new album not the new album, but the one that came out, the first one with the new singer. I was like, okay, I gotta brace myself because I'm a huge Alice in Chains fan. It's like, but the guy did a really good job in Jerry Cantrell. His harmonies are always there. So I pushed along that album, and the new one is just as amazing. And so I've learned to accept that. I mean, I was kind of like, all right, let's see, and it is awesome. I mean, I think one of the few bands that has gone out there when their lead singer passed away was able to get that same vibe and same just feeling. So I saw Alice in Chains back on the Facelift tour.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they opened up for Van Halen. And so it was like, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I just remember, it's like, all right, come on, play Man in the Box so I get my Van Halen shirt. I think like, wow, how ridiculous is that?
Yeah, right.
It's like,
this guy and his stories.
There's a few.
We also did E.T. from Katy Perry.
Oh yeah,
a couple times.
Really?
Yeah,
I really like that one.
I did too, but I saw another band do it around here, and I was like, wait. And I asked somebody close to them. I said, how long have they been doing this? Turns out they've been doing it like 6 months longer than we had. So I was like, okay, well, can't do it anymore.
No.
Have you tried Britney Spears?
No.
You know what? Speaking of Britney Spears, I saw All American Rejects covered Womanizer.
Ah, never mind. That's the one I wanted to do.
No, but they actually did it really uniquely. They're all like, a set, and they were all playing found instruments. Like one guy, percussion guy, was clinking beer bottles together on time. The other guy's like stepping on a I don't even remember what it was, but they're all making their own noises together. And then the lead singer opens up and he's like, I bet you're wondering why we chose to cover Womanizer. Is it because of its deep political undertones or what no, it's because frankly we think we can do it better. And then the whole time they're playing Britney Spears' video of Womanizer behind them. And he does it so perfectly.
Wow.
It's amazing. It really is. Like it's a Britney Spears song you can actually listen to.
I know there's one other band around town that does Toxic. And it's
yeah, I think I've heard it.
It's Rivethead.
You guys should do
Oh, well, it was Rivethead.
Yeah,
Rivethead. All right, shout out Rivethead.
Yeah, that's right. They're awesome.
Yeah. No,
we love Rivethead.
Yeah.
Y'all should just do Oops, I Did It Again.
I'm not doing that.
No, that's too old.
But that's why you should do it.
Well, but that one's right in that area where no one cares about it. Like if when it gets another 10 years old, people will care. It'll be cool again.
Yeah, the thing is also, if I'm gonna cover a song, I have to like it at least a little bit.
Right. So you're not just trying to do it as a joke.
Right.
You want yourself to enjoy because you're gonna sing it on a regular basis.
Right,
Yeah. It's not like oh, why did I pick this?
I go for
This
shock
sucks.
value.
Yeah.
Mm.
Have you thought about doing a corn song?
No. I mean,
Again, like
I don't
covering
really
bands that
sound
are
like them, but
yeah, but still, covering bands in your own genre is sort of a.
right.
I don't like to do it because it really pisses me off when I see bands do that.
Yeah, I get that. I'm very when I hear a cover song, I like it to when someone does it totally different and they own it.
They make it their own, exactly.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming on Rock City.
Oh, thank you very much for having
Had a
us.
blast.
Definitely. And next show is in October, correct?
October 12th, Curtain Club.
Everyone, make sure you go out to Curtain Club and check these guys out. Secret of Boris.
Secret of Boris. You're about to hear What You Became. I hope you enjoy it.